So this is the iPhone 12. Released towards the end of 2020, this phone saw a new design, a better camera, and a plethora of new features. And as the iPhone 13 was released a year later, this thing significantly came down in price. So today, we're going to be going over 5 reasons as to why I personally think you should consider checking out the iPhone 12 in 2022. So the first reason as to why I personally think you should consider checking this phone out is because the iPhone 12 is now the cheapest phone with that new squared-off design. I know a lot of people are a really big fan of this design, and while it might not affect the performance of the phone necessarily, I actually think this is a really important factor in having a phone that you like and are excited to use. You can have the fastest phone on earth with a battery that lasts 8 years, has a quantum computer inside it, costs £5, but unless it has some kind of aesthetic quality to it, well, to be honest, you'd probably still buy it anyway. I know I would, but it'd be nice if it looked good too. I've also found that with this squared off design, I drop my phone significantly less now. And so if you're a fan of this new-ish squared off design from Apple, then the iPhone 12 is a really great way to get into it without having to splash out extra on the iPhone 13 line. Reason number 2, and another thing the iPhone 12 is now the cheapest iPhone for, the iPhone 12 is now the cheapest 5G enabled iPhone. 5G is huge. The data rates are seriously impressive, and it is genuinely the future. So I understand why a lot of people would want 5G. Personally, I don't live in a 5G feasible area yet, unfortunately, but last summer when I went to Cardiff, I got to use 5G and it was so fast. And while you may also not live in an area where 5G is available yet, it is always good to plan for the future. And so having a phone with 5G capabilities means that you will be ready when it gets rolled out. This also means that if you choose to pick an iPhone 12, you won't need to upgrade when 5G does become the mainstream option. You can simply get the phone you want now, and then as infrastructure develops, you will be ready for that technology with a phone that fully supports that. As I said, when I used 5G, it was faster than my Wi-Fi, and with the iPhone 12, you will be ready for that technology. When did I go to Cardiff? I think it was actually earlier this year, not summer. Makes sense, because the iPhone 13 wouldn't have been out yet last summer. Following on, we have the ceramic shield technology. Now, this is actually something that Apple introduced with the iPhone 12, and essentially, it's a stronger front of your phone, so it's less likely to get scratched or cracked, and I personally think this is a huge feature. iPhones have been notoriously prone to scratching or cracking, and so having better protection means that you're going to have to spend less on repairs, which is actually something quite nice. As someone who's trying to get their iPad screen repaired at the moment, not a fun experience. So in my opinion, the more protection, the better. It also means that you don't need a screen protector on your phone, which is always nice. I personally never keep a screen protector on my phones, and I have never had a ceramic shield iPhone scratch on me. Now, all of this is great, but if the rest of your iPhone 12 breaks, chances are the screen will as well. My previous iPhone 12, I actually dinged up pretty badly on the corner, and the screen did break, but through normal usage, your phone will be a lot more durable. Following on, we have the simply fantastic camera. While this thing may not have some of those cool video features that we have on the iPhone 13 side of things, excluding those, this thing actually has a pretty phenomenal smartphone camera. It's got a faster wide angle than its predecessor, the iPhone 11, f1.6, so it's clearer and brighter than ever. Speaking of brighter, night mode was made available on all lenses with the iPhone 12, so you can get some nice late night selfies or some cool shots of the stars. All angles are 12 megapixels on this thing, which I've actually found is a nice resolution for a smartphone sensor, as it gives a good amount of detail without cramming too many pixels into a sensor of this size and sacrificing image quality. Fun fact, that's actually something you should look out for. Higher megapixels does not always mean better quality. For example, the camera I'm filming this on right now actually has less megapixels than my previous camera. I personally think the video quality looks seriously better, so that's something you should look out for. Sometimes less is more. Video is also phenomenal on the iPhone 12 with HDR Dolby Vision options, 4K at up to 60 FPS on all angles, insanely good stabilization, and just for fun, some slow motion features as well. The dual camera system offered on the iPhone 12 does actually seem to be a hit with most iPhone fans, most actually preferring the ultra-wide lens over the telephoto lens, and so this is truly a fantastic phone to basically get the best you can do on the photo side of things, and while it is missing cinematic cinematic mode from the iPhone 13, I personally still think the iPhone 12 is the perfect point-and-shoot killer. Seriously, the camera on this thing is amazing. Finally, the iPhone 12 will last for absolutely ages. It's no secret now that iPhones have got some fantastic longevity in them. Seriously, the first generation of iPhone SE runs iOS 15. If that doesn't tell you something about iPhone longevity, I don't know what will. I've had relatives who've had that phone longer than I've had GCSEs. This has been getting better and better over the years, and so who knows how long the iPhone 12 is going to last? Well, I can make an educated guess at least 5 years from now, we will have a supported iPhone 12. This is great because it gives you security updates to keep your phone safe, along with iOS updates to give you access to new features for a seriously long time, and all of this leads to fantastic value if you intend to keep your phone for that long. It's also nice to know you'll be able to. You won't be updated out of this phone in 2 years, and so if you really fall in love with the iPhone 12, you can keep it for several years, especially if you choose to pick this thing up in 2022. In my opinion, longevity is often something that's overlooked when it comes to choosing a new smartphone, and seeing as you can buy the iPhone 12 new, if you pick this thing up now, longevity really isn't something you're gonna need to worry about for a long time. Overall, the iPhone 12 is phenomenally good value in 2022. You get ceramic shield technology, HDR Dolby Vision video, the new design, and a hell of a lot of longevity for $699 for the standard 6.1-inch version, or $599 for the 5.4-inch mini variant, which, fun fact, I'm actually a huge fan of. If all the things we've talked about in this video sound good to you, then it might be a pretty good idea to hold off on that iPhone 13 upgrade and give the iPhone 12 some consideration. And if the iPhone 12 does have everything that you want out of a phone, it might be a good idea to just save your money and go with this. But of course, that is your choice to make. I just hope I've helped. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Let me know, by the way, what do you think of the iPhone 12? Are you gonna get one? Have you already got one? Are you watching this video on one? Feel free to let me know in the comments. I always enjoy reading those. If you want to get your name in the credits, help support the show, and get some of the wallpapers you've seen in these videos, then please do consider joining as a channel member. As for now though, as always, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video if you want to see more content like this, and smash that subscribe button. I'm done for now, and I will see you guys in the next one.